So, Thailand has gotten very hot. It became a very hot topic, and so many people are trying to move and live here. It's all over social media. But is it all it's cracked up to be, or is it just internet hoopla? I've been living here for going on 5 years now, and this is actually the longest place I've ever lived as an adult. I know that sounds crazy, but I've been here almost 5 years, and I've been traveling around so much since fresh out of high school to now that this is the first place where I've kind of maintained a residency for as long as I have. And I've learned a few things. And today, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. What I've learned from living in Thailand for almost 5 years now. And some of this information can be used outside of Thailand too, because honestly, I've been to a lot more places. And I feel like I have kind of a worldly perspective on things that I may feel like I would be kind of limiting myself if I only talked about Thailand, because I know a lot about a lot of other places. But this video was Thailand specifically, but some of it may apply to different places. So let's get into it. First thing that I've learned and that you gotta know is that Thailand may not be for everyone. Thailand is not for everyone, man. It may not be for you. It may be for somebody else. And the thing about it is, man, there are many places in the world, and you don't necessarily have to just come to Thailand. But there are things about Thailand that I may like that you may not like. Things that you may like that I may not like, man. And that's the thing. I think a lot of times with social media, a lot of people see so many people moving to one place and be like, oh, it's going to be great. And then you get over there and that's not going to be your experience, or it could not be your experience. You could have a complete opposite experience. And I think that's what goes wrong a lot of times, because a lot of people are expecting high expectations of a place, and they come here and they realize like it may not be as perfect as they envisioned it out to be. And I think people get a lot of slack because people feel like that content creators may sell a dream on certain locations. And that's why I always tell you, man, I'm never telling you to come anywhere. If you want to visit Thailand, I'm actually doing a group trip in Thailand. Speaking of that, if you ever wanted to travel with us, we are doing 9 days in paradise here in Thailand. Phuket, Bangkok, Pattaya. It's going to end off with Songkran, the biggest water festival in the entire world, man. Slots are filling up fast. We got a few people, man. Hit the email down below, and I'll send you all the details and everything. It's going to be lit. Once in a lifetime, man. We're going to have fun. We're going to turn up. We're going to show y'all Thailand as best we. If you want to visit Thailand, cool. I'm actually doing a group trip. But the thing about it is, that's if you want to come, man. You're never going to catch me telling you that some place is so great that you have to come. I'm going to be the person to tell you, if you want to come here, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to show you the experience. And if that makes you want to go, that makes you want to go. But I'm never going to be the one telling people to go anywhere, because of the fact that a lot of times people feel like you told them to do something and it's not what you thought. So my experience may not be your experience. Your experience may not be the next person's experience either. So everybody has their own experiences, and what for me may not be for you. But the good thing about it is there's so many other countries all around the world that I'm pretty sure if you do enough traveling, you'll find a place that's your vibe. It doesn't have to be Thailand. So that is number one, man. Thailand is not for everybody. Number two. The number two thing that I've learned and that you should know is that income is everything, man. Most of the people that live in Thailand are retirees, man. They're people that have pensions, people that have whatever they have coming in, business owners. There are a bunch of different types of people that are coming in that have found a way to make income while they're traveling abroad. And that's the thing, man. Nobody can tell you what your thing should be. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at your own skill set and understand what you can do that can make you better. Now, there are options like English teaching, which we're going to do a whole mastermind about English teaching, which I think is probably the easiest way. But you also have to understand that teaching English may not make a whole bunch of money, which will be later in the cost of living video. But you also don't need a crazy amount of money to live in Thailand. So there are jobs where you can make an average salary, which will be in America, but over here it will stretch very, very far. So if you can find some type of way, if you're not retired. Now, if you're older and you're retired, then you don't really have anything to worry about. But if you're a younger person, you'll have to find a way to create income. And that is a challenge for a lot of the younger people that move out here. And when I say younger, I'm talking about typically like under 40, especially under 30 something. It's the fact that a lot of people come over here and they don't have a guaranteed income, which it's hard to have guaranteed income. You feel me? I may be spoiled from the military, so I also understand that. It's not hard to get income and make money online, but it takes time. And you have to think about during the time of you trying to figure out how to make money on the internet, how will you be bringing money in? You know, so if you don't have multiple streams of income already coming in, it could go bad for you, because if you're hoping that, oh, I get on YouTube and I pop off on YouTube, like, that's possible and it can happen, but it might take you a year. What if it takes you a year? What if it takes you 2 years? You have to consistently drop videos and hope that eventually you make money off of it. So you can't even depend on that for a certain amount of time. So you'll have to figure out, how can I make money doing whatever until I'm able to monetize YouTube or whatever else you're trying to do. So I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, and sometimes people end up having to go home because they don't have that income stream coming in, and you're spending money. Everything is going to cost you money, so you're spending money but no money is coming in. So make sure you have your income right, your streams of income right, your pension right, whatever, before you come here, so that you're not just spending money and no money coming in. Now that leads me into my third point. That it all flows into each other. Now the third point is that cost of living is on you. Now I've seen so many videos on YouTube of people telling you how much you need to live in Thailand. Does it cost this much? Is it this much? Can you live for $1,000 a month? And all of it is true and all of it is false at the same time. Now the reason that is because it all depends on you as a person. Me, I cannot tell you how much you need to live in Thailand, and I can't tell the next person how much they need to live in Thailand. Now, Thailand is a very, very affordable country. You don't need crazy amount of money to live here, but your lifestyle is going to determine how much money you're spending. Are you traveling often? Are you eating out? Are you eating Western food? Are you eating out at nice restaurants? Or are you eating local Thai food 90% of the time? What kind of apartment are you in? Are you in a high-rise apartment? Are you in a more expensive apartment, or are you in more of a cheaper apartment? There is a scale to this, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to live a Western lifestyle, a Western style type of life which you're used to in wherever you're from, America, UK, you're gonna spend more money. That's just what it is. If you want to live a comparable life to what you were already living before in the Western country you're from, you're gonna spend more money. That's just the reality. You're gonna want a nicer spot. You're gonna want to probably take some trips every now and then. You're gonna want to go out every now and then. So that's gonna push your costs more. Now, if you're the type that you just cool staying inside, you can chill in the house, watch TV, you can get you some Thai food, you know, you don't really care too much about your accommodations. If you're not doing no traveling, if you don't go out like that, then you can live very, very, very affordable here in Thailand. And that's not everybody. Some people are going out types, some people are not going out types. I'm not judging anybody's lifestyle. I mean, some people like to stay inside, some people are more outside type of people. That's just how everybody is. And if that's you, then you're going to spend more or you're going to spend less depending on how you are as a person. So don't let the myth of just a low cost of living attract you, especially if you're coming and you're wanting a higher quality of life. Then don't expect it for a very, very cheap price. Now, it's still cheaper than you would compare the same thing you're doing to in America. You're still spending 3-4 times less, but it's not going to be as cheap as some people may think on the internet before they come. Next is going to be culture shock. Culture shock is real. And why I say that is just traveling, period, man. This is not specific to Thailand, but just traveling, period. Just seeing new things all the time. Coming into cultures that are not of your own is sometimes a shock, because people do things completely different. The way people do things in Thailand, for instance, may be a little bit different than what we're used to in America. For instance, if you're at a restaurant or something, like usually in America, you ready to order food quick. You're ready for everything to be fast. But in other countries, in Thailand and a lot of other countries, they're not rushing to service so fast. So you might be sitting there for a long time thinking like, man, are they like, you know, why they not serving? But sometimes some other countries are way more just relaxed and slower than what you're used to. So you might come with a different view and just think, you know, you have to sometimes let go of a lot of your thinking that you had at home, just because of the fact that it's different cultures and different people do different things. You know, the same way people might come to America and look at us and say, you know, That's strange, or that's different than how I do it. But that's just what it is when you're traveling. That's what makes traveling fun. Seeing other cultures, immersing yourself in other cultures. That's the beauty. And living in a place like Thailand, that's not only going to just come from the Thai people. You got to also remember you're surrounded by so many other groups of tourists, man. Russians, Chinese, Japanese, South Korean. So many different people are here. So you're looking at so many different cultures in one that's different than your own. So you're just processing it all, man. And sometimes, you know, you're going to look at some stuff as not really weird, but you're gonna look at some stuff as strange, and they're gonna look at you for some of the stuff you do is strange. That's just what it is. You're coming from a different culture as well, so you just have to understand, man, when you're coming to Thailand, you are literally coming to the other side of the world. So it's gonna be a completely different world than what you used to. And you'll even have reverse culture shock when you're living somewhere. Like, I've been here so long, the times I do go home, I get like reverse culture shock in America, and I'm from there. So you can have culture shock, reverse culture. I ain't gonna lie, I had to come inside. It was way too hot out there, man. That's another thing about Thailand you have to know, man. During the high season, it gets super ridiculously hot. Very, very hot outside. So I thought my camera was gonna overheat. I'm like, man, let me go inside. I don't even want to be out here melting and my camera overheat. I mean, I can't have two struggles going on at the same time. But that leads me into a topic that a lot of people talk about so much, and that it gets so much attention, when I think that there's so much better things about traveling and being overseas than this. But a lot of people talk about dating. Now, this is one thing you're gonna have to know if you're gonna be dating in Thailand or overseas, period. Like I said, some of this stuff just goes for all over the world, bro. The thing about it is, do not go anywhere, and this is just my opinion, but do not go anywhere searching for love or searching for a person to be in a relationship. Like, even though I'm in a relationship, I didn't come to Thailand looking to have no girlfriend. I wasn't trying to have a girlfriend. I just ended up with one. If you go somewhere searching for something, a lot of times things can go bad for you because of the fact that you're so much trying to get into a relationship that sometimes, like, it doesn't go good for you because you rushed into something. Like, with our relationship, it took us months. It took her months of jumping through hoops, basically, for us to become what we became. I don't say that in a rude way. I'm just saying, like, you have to stay for a while, and you have to be where you're gonna be living for a while, and then you just casually meet people just like you would at home. The reality of it is, man, like, if you are not gonna be living in a place, if you're not gonna be at this particular location, whatever country you're choosing, 80 to 90% of the time, you honestly wasting your time. I'm gonna be honest. If you aren't going to live somewhere or be somewhere most of the time, the situation you're gonna put yourself in is that you're gonna see a person for a small amount of time out the year, and then if you're not in the country, you can't be there physically to do anything for your girl or the person you're with. Then the only other thing that they logically could have you around for to benefit from off of you is the fact that you're a foreigner and you have some money. So they may be like, I need help, need you to send me money and all this stuff. And then now you're sending somebody money that you're only gonna see 10% of the time, you know, 1 month out the year total. That's not really how you want to do things. I would say, if you're gonna date overseas, make sure you live overseas, because if you're trying to date overseas but you're not living in the location of your counterpart, that's gonna bring a whole lot of different problems into the relationship. That goes in America. If you live in New York and your girl live in California and you only can go to California 1 time a year, she only can come to New York 1 time a year, how long do you think that relationship is gonna last? Probably not that long. So that's all I'm saying, man. Don't come here looking for anything. Come here, if you're on vacation, just come here and enjoy yourself and go home. And whenever you're ready to live here, or whenever you are moving here, or you're gonna stay here long term, then maybe that's when you can go into maybe looking for something. But if you just come here on a vacation for a few weeks, just have your fun and do your thing. And the thing about it is, man, if you are dating a woman from another country and they make 4 to 5 times less than you, yes, you're probably gonna be the provider in that relationship. Like, just doesn't that make sense? Even if you get a woman in a lot of these countries that has a really good job, is a lawyer or something, they still make, to them, that it's a decent amount of money, but it's still, to us, it's still like not even really comparable. So it's kind of like, if you, whether your girl has a high paying job or not, in most of these other places, you're gonna 9 times out of 10 be taking most of the financial load. I mean, I don't see how that's a news flash to anybody, but yeah, if your girl makes 3 to 4 times less than you, and whatever she makes wouldn't even really be enough to pay none of your bills, then yeah, you're gonna take care of her. That's just what it is. One more thing I'm gonna talk about is overstimulation. So a place like Thailand, man, especially if you in Pattaya, or you in Bangkok City Center, you in Phuket, the thing about it is you have to remember, like I was just saying, most of the people you're meeting in these places are coming for vacation. They're here for a good time. They're here to party. And you can get overstimulated if you're going out all the time. Now, if you lived in Las Vegas, for instance, are you going to go to the casino every single night? You'll probably be losing a lot of money. And that's just not a healthy lifestyle to be living. So if you're going to be living in a place like Thailand, you got to understand, man, people are always going to want to party. People are always going to be on go mode because most of them are on vacation, which is cool. That's what you're supposed to do on your vacation. That's what me and Lucky do a lot of the times we traveling. So you got to understand that's the mode that most people are on. But if you're going to be a disciplined person and you're going to be in the house and, you know, trying to keep your cost of living down, you're not going to be able to party and stuff all the time. You're not going to be able to go out every night. It's not healthy for you if you're drinking every day, partying every day. And it's also not healthy for your wallet because you're going to be spending so much money if you're going out all the time. And the thing is, Thailand does not run short of anything, bro. They're going to have endless supplies of everything you want. It's always going to be turned up. That's just what it is, and that's why people love it so much. But you just got to kind of have a different perspective when you're living in a place, because if you're going out every night partying and drinking, that could alter not only your health, but your bank account too. So that's one thing to be very, very careful of if you are planning on moving to Thailand or overseas, period, to not get stuck in vacation mode all the time, because it can happen, and it does happen to a lot of people. So to wrap it up, man, I'll just say living in Thailand, living overseas, period, has just taught me a different perspective on the world, man. Everything back to, like I said, cost of living, just seeing how much cheaper you can live in most other countries in the world has been mind-boggling to me, and it makes you kind of feel like you've been living in a simulation your whole life. But just seeing how affordable the world is, and just seeing how different people interact with each other, like going back to culture shock, but you have good culture shock too, where you just amazed at like different people's cultures, and that's definitely helped me view the world a lot differently, because I think that I've come to understand kind of a lot more people than just outside of my own and outside of how my own people think. So I think that's been good. I think that just living in another place, period, will just do something good for you as long as you're doing everything the right way, and as long as you live in the right way, man, you will be all right. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, we back in Thailand, man. We about to be doing some Thailand videos. We're going to be doing a few months in Thailand. Got the group trip coming up. Then after that, we probably going to head to another country for a minute, another side of the world. As always, I love y'all. I'm going to catch you on the next adventure, man. Peace.
Overseas, couple G's and expenses. Gotta get it, I've been different since the entrance.